So up on stage now is someone who is the driving force behind AiSensy and a true visionary in the world of AI marketing. Please join with me in welcoming Gautam Rajesh Shelly, founder and CEO of AiSensy, as he takes us through an exclusive AI showcase for marketing. In this session, Gautam will unveil the exact tools, funnels, and strategies that have helped brands drive 3x conversions and scale meta ads like never before, all through the power of AI plus WhatsApp. So let's dive in with Gautam. I can have a huge round of applause.
So yeah, this is Gautam Rajesh Shelly. I'll be sharing a brief about our journey, and then we'll move straight up to what we are building in AI. We started this journey around 8 years ago in conversational marketing. It's been almost a decade of entrepreneurship for me personally, and the moment we started, we knew that there is something to be done to connect businesses and customers. And initially, we thought chatbots was the answer. For 4 years, we were building chatbots for the largest universities across the globe. And then we moved to WhatsApp because WhatsApp had a very, very high demand and everyone was asking for WhatsApp. And in the last 4 years, after we pivoted in 2020, in mid-COVID, we kind of started off with WhatsApp and we started building a WhatsApp platform, a WhatsApp marketing and engagement platform. But initially, it was a chatbot platform. And there was a realization after 3 months after a customer came to us and said that, boss, I just gave you $2,000 and I made $1 million, right? And this was in INR, but we were like, okay, there is something changing. We are not just a communication tool. We are also the owners of revenue for businesses now onwards. And that revenue became a responsibility that we owed, right? And once that becomes a responsibility, you have to build in that direction. So we started building a lot of more marketing, a lot of more in WhatsApp marketing. And then we saw many businesses growing their revenues. And this was in multiples, 3x, 4x, 5x, 8x. Today, a lot of businesses come to me and say our whole revenue, our 80% revenue is just dependent on WhatsApp. And what if you guys were not there, I would not be here, right? Like payment gateways are important, so is WhatsApp. Like websites are important, so is WhatsApp. But I think Aman has showed you a lot of use cases on WhatsApp that you can build. Marine was here, she showed you a lot of use cases that you can build. But what next, right? People today ask me, what next? What next are you guys building? WhatsApp platform is fine. We understand you will build a drip automation campaign builder, and then you'll build a CRM. And those are all things that you can do, definitely. But what are you building in AI, and what's going to come next? And hence, from last year, we have made a lot of attempts in AI that we're building. And I'll be showing you a few use cases and showcases that we are building in AI. I hope you all are ready. Before that, I would like to just get an insight from the room of what industry you guys are so that we can cater it accordingly. How many of you are from real estate? Nice. E-commerce? Retail? Nice. Banking, finance? Okay. Services, businesses? Nice. Healthcare tech? Nice. Cool. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone. Education? Nice. Pretty much almost everyone is here. Thanks a lot once again for coming in. So we'll get started. Yeah. So what's at the core of WhatsApp? And take a guess. What's at the core of WhatsApp? It's messages, right? Definitely it's messages, right? But the problem comes is, and technically it's these kind of template messages, right? Where you have to do marketing, you have to create them, you have to get them approved from Meta, and then the approval takes around 2 to 3 minutes. But actually you have to think a lot, right? And creating them is always a task. And who's going to create them is the first question that comes up. And what's going to approve them? So there's an approval process. Is the message right? Is the message wrong? And then, will this message actually convert is the question people ask, right? You can randomly throw away a marketing message to 1,000 people and expect it to work out, but it doesn't work that way, right? Today, WhatsApp is becoming a more cluttered situation, right? Because now a lot of people are on WhatsApp. 4 years back, there were very few people on WhatsApp. The open rates used to skyrocket like anything. But today, the open rates have slightly gone down as compared to before. But still today, it remains the best platform for marketing. And to create messages that will actually convert, that is a skill. And then we thought, why not let AiSensy handle you? Because we understand the best, what message will get you the high CTR, what message will get you the high reply rate, we actually understand that better. And hence we are creating something called an AI template message generator, right? And it's pretty much simple to understand what it would be. It is basically saying that let AI do the work, you just tell us the prompt. You just tell us what kind of message you want. right? And it will create the messages for you in a jiffy. You don't need to think too much because your vocab and thinking would be limited, but the ideas that AI can give you are unlimited. At today's point of time, what ChatGPT, Llama, and all of these OpenAI has helped us to do is that our vocabulary as humans is very, very limited, right? We only know how much we learn, study. But AI has the vocabulary of the universe, right? And also understands data points of the universe, right? So that is what we are building. And definitely this is optimized for higher read rates. So today, Meta only sees that if your messages have a higher read rate or a lower read rate. That is the first thing that you have to do when you're crafting a really good message, right? And if your messages have a higher read rate, your messages will have a higher delivery rate also. That is the basic task or the basic algorithm of Meta, the way they are defining WhatsApp messaging. And obviously higher conversion rates. If you have higher read rates and the message is written in a better fashion, it will have definitely a higher conversion rate. So here's a quick video. Hello? Yeah. How many of you wish to experience this? Nice. Cool. So we'll do a trial run here, and I would like to share the screen that I'm having. So yeah. Cool. So I have a template message generator with AI. I would like one of you to come here and just share about your business. Anyone? Any volunteer who would like to get a message, please? Yeah. We can have a mic. So what does your business do?
We're into real estate.
Oh, nice. Generate. What is the name of the company?
The company is called Munzil Asset Management.
Munzil Asset Management to promote 2-3 BHK flats. Let's go for it. Let's try this. Yeah, so generating a template message in front of you, and let's see how well does it do.
Okay.
Cool, it just gave you the message, right? And it says that, okay, looking for a dream home, Manzil has the perfect 2-3 BHK for you, hurry limited seats, right? And we can just also change it to a click rate focus message, where I can generate another message saying, okay, we want a click rate focus message, and it will generate a click rate focus message. This was a reply rate focus message, and then it can get a different message, right? So why did the scarecrow build a new flat? Because he heard it was outstanding in its field, right? So you can add elements like making it funny, making it exciting, poetic, or normal. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
That's interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, cool. You can switch it back. How many of you like this? How many felt this is useful? Cool. Thanks. Cool. So that's number one, right? We start with very basic stuff, and we'll move to a bit more advanced stuff in the next some time, right? And then now it's time to actually address the elephant in the room. That burn that every one of us actually face when we run our businesses. And with that, I mean those bills you pay to Meta and Google every month to just sustain your business. How many of you do Google ads and Facebook ads here? How many of you run Facebook ads, Google ads? So I definitely relate with you a lot, because we know how much percentage of our revenue actually goes to Google and Facebook, and it's an unknown tax that we pay, and even if you're in a tax-free country, right? So definitely you're paying some tax to Google and Meta, and we all are taxpayers, right? So yeah. And then it became a responsibility for us, to bring down, those ad spends, or the ad spend can remain same, bring up the leads, bring in more leads in the same ad spend and in the same budget. So I'll take you through a traditional approach first. What is the usual approach for ads? The usual approach says, okay, go to a landing page, pick up a form, and get the form done, and then just get the leads in, right? That's a traditional approach. You run a landing page, but a landing page can have 20 other problems. You might not have a very high. I've been an ad marketer for 10 years now, right? Every ad that is run at AiSensy is potentially done by me, right? And what I've realized is that landing page can be very skeptical. Especially if you're in B2C, your landing page might not load well, right? There is a lot of friction in filling up the lead form. Also, you don't have the data. That is a major problem. Until and unless someone is certain about, they want to give you your data, they're not going to give you, their number, their names, and anything, right? And also, there is too much load of information that is overloaded on that app, right? On the web app. Also, you might get a lot of junk leads because if your metapixel messes up, you'll just start getting a lot of junk leads, and that is also a problem. And this is the real problem of every industry that we have noticed, is that you get poor lead quality, you get higher cost per lead, and you get broken engagement funnel. And with this problem, we are here to solve it in a very unique manner. Where we are saying, okay, that there are some people who are not facing this problem, and let's see what changed for them. And first of all, who are they? So here is Shobha Realty. I entered Dubai and saw everywhere there is Shobha Realty, right? And we work with Shobha in India, right? And we saw a 5x click to WhatsApp ads leads via click to WhatsApp ads. And these were qualified leads. They were using WhatsApp forms. Also, one new thing that they did was they were showing a property tour using web views. Now, web views is a very unique functionality. Web views allows you to open up a website within WhatsApp itself. And you can actually do whatever you do on a website within WhatsApp. But the better part is that the user is only on WhatsApp, not going outside of WhatsApp. Because what happens today is once you don't use a web view, the user goes out of WhatsApp, they go to your Google Chrome browser, and then they are lost. They are gone. They're not back on your chat, right? They're not in that experience. They can open up any other page in that browser. They can open up Google Next and just be out. Because we have a very less attention span today, right? Our attention span is hardly lesser than a goldfish. It's less than 8 seconds, right? It takes you less than 8 seconds to think, oh, I got that work, let's try that, let's do that. Because you are out of that zone, out of that ecosystem. And a web view promotes only staying in that ecosystem, what is needed. It is more like saying, okay, a website is opening up within WhatsApp and you have control over that layer, right? And then they also use broadcast carousel messages to interested users. Now, what carousel messages do actually is a single image message will give you 1x of CTR as compared to carousel message would give you a 2x CTR. That is what we notice because it offers a scrollable carousel where you can actually promote your services, you can promote your products, and you can showcase more of what you have. And once you do that, people go through all of those images, go through all of those texts, and they click more, and they're more likely to get converted. And next is provident housing. Again, another real estate, but we have seen again 4x leads. We have seen 25% of the footfall convert into leads. And the provident housing uses AiSensy again and deployed state-wise native forms integration for advanced qualification. So India has a lot of states, and in those states they have included a state-wise native qualification. Now, what I'm talking about is WhatsApp forms. WhatsApp forms is another unique functionality right built into WhatsApp. And what it helps you do is it helps you qualify the leads within WhatsApp. The beauty of a WhatsApp form is that the user again has to not go out to fill a form, number one. So think of it, let's suppose you have to collect 25 details or 30 details or 5 details or 7 details. There is another customer called Dr. Detox. They help you with your diet chart, right? So what they do today is, initially they had a very long thread of messages. So they were using click to WhatsApp ads, it was working good for them. Next, what we did for them was, we said, okay, you have a very long thread of messages. And there are a lot of drop-offs in between. Let's suppose you have to ask 20 questions to someone. There will obviously be drop-offs in between. What if you have a sleek form with 2 steps and those steps are dynamic? That means on the basis of the first step answered, you can choose the questions of the next step. Also, it can get some tracking details. Let's suppose we're doing it for some delivery company, right? You can also get the tracking details right within that form. So that form is very dynamic. It has API calls and helps you reduce the steps of the flow, making it like a more app-like experience, right? And that is how people like Dr. Detox, people like Provident Housing are actually using WhatsApp forms to drive engagement, to cut short the time and get more results in lesser time. Next is Godrej Properties. This is a meta-listed case study, actually. And this is also listed on the website. If you find it on Google, you'll find this case study. They got 60% lower cost per meeting scheduled compared to the lead form using click to WhatsApp ads, and 50% lower cost of meeting done compared to the lead forms, right? And they're working very superbly with click to WhatsApp ads. A lot of properties you sell via click to WhatsApp ads. I have a theory. I'll come to that theory now. What I believe is there are 2 types of products you buy, right? How many of you buy clothes? How many of you buy clothes? How many clothes do you go through before buying one single cloth? How many? 100, 550, 200, right? We go through a lot of clothes. Have you been to you have been to malls, right? Dubai Mall is the biggest mall. I cannot travel the whole mall in a week, I guess, right? But what I've noticed is there is a pattern. And the pattern the customer is following offline is the exact same pattern the customer prefers online. And let me take you through this, right? How many of you buy real estate online? No one. How many of you buy clothes online? How many of you scroll through a lot before buying a cloth? Right? Before buying a single shirt or a single top, you actually scroll a lot. And that same behavior is in offline. You go to the whole mall, you go through a lot of clothes, and then actually you buy something. And the theory that I have is that whatever you buy offline while talking is what you will buy online while talking. How many of you booked international travel trips without talking to someone? No, rarely, very less, right? So whenever you book an international travel trip, you want someone to guide you. Whenever you book real estate, you want someone to guide you. You talk and buy real estate. You don't buy it online. You go through a lot properties, but not too many. You go through 10, 20, 50 properties. You don't go through 500 properties in general, right? But there's a catalog, there's everything, I understand that. But think of it like this. Whenever you choose a course, whenever you choose your career paths, you talk to a lot of people. You have consultants who guide you. Whenever you're changing your careers, you talk to a lot of people. And whatever you're choosing while talking will be better done on WhatsApp. So think of it in that fashion. Whenever you're running an ad, you are promoting the customer to talk to you rather than saying, okay, this is the page, you can do it yourself, go and submit a lead form and we'll get back to you. The second best thing I like about WhatsApp is, see, it's a very fast moving world. Let's suppose even if I have a chatbot on my website. So I built chatbots on websites for 4 years of my life. And the first and the only problem that I faced, due to which we had to actually shut that business and that roadmap, was because we cannot contact the customer after they're gone. If you have the customer on a chatbot on a website, you cannot, if the customer is off, it's gone. You won't say, okay, I'll talk to you on WhatsApp, I'll call you. You can do that, but the customer is gone. But on WhatsApp, what enables you is connectivity. I can connect with you tomorrow. I can connect with you day after tomorrow. I can ping you. You can reply at your will. I can reply at my will. And that keeps the engagement going, right? And hence, a lot of industries we are seeing is changing. So every industry that you feel, where there's a conversation happening, WhatsApp is the way to go. Be it edtech, be it travel, be it financial products, be it real estate, WhatsApp is the way to go. For other products, like e-commerce, like retail, WhatsApp is building web views. So they understood this, that okay, there's a problem here, that people scroll a lot before actually, buying something in terms of retail, in terms of clothes, in terms of fruits, in terms of everything. And what they did was they embedded a web view so that you get the data that you want, you are connected with the customer, and also every experience is just like on the web, which works better on the web. And then they created forms. So now, whenever you book a flight, there's an app-like experience. You choose the department, you choose the arrival, and then you choose the time, date, and then you choose a list of flights, right? What if I said, okay, one message you choose the departure, and then one message you choose the arrival? It'll be too long. I don't like this experience, right? And hence, WhatsApp built WhatsApp native forms, right? We just said, okay, we'll give an app-like experience, we'll give a web-like experience, and we'll give a native thread-like experience. So when you talk, you can scroll, you can do whatever you want. We will build the in-house everything of WhatsApp. And as a company, we took that toll that, okay, everyone says that, okay, what are you guys building? What is WhatsApp building? I'm slightly going for 1 minute off topic, but I'll help you explain what AiSensy is actually trying to build. So for a long, long time, the interface was always web, right? You used to, do everything, you used to purchase everything on websites, right? On Google Chrome or your Safari browsers, right? And when the interface was web, there were tools like HubSpot, Salesforce, Shopify, Wix, built for the web. But my question is, who is building Shopify for WhatsApp? Who is building a HubSpot for WhatsApp? Who is building a Salesforce for WhatsApp? Who is building a MailChimp for WhatsApp? And that is exactly what AiSensy is here to achieve. That when the interface has changed, when there is 30 minutes to 2 hours of spent time of a customer on the WhatsApp platform by every one of us, who is actually helping businesses to build a Shopify on WhatsApp? Who is actually helping businesses to build a CRM on WhatsApp? And that is exactly the roadmap of AiSensy, where we say everything on WhatsApp, we're gonna get this covered for you. What obviously changed was, I'll come back to the topic, the WhatsApp funnel, right? It is very simple: acquire, nurture, and then convert. And the way you acquire is, you can book property visits, you can use WhatsApp forms for them, you can have high quality leads. To nurture, you can show them virtual property tours, you can share them updates, you can broadcast messages to them, you can showcase property via carousels, and a lot more, your products via carousels, and also convert them. So we have seen people accepting token amounts within WhatsApp and sending a lot of payment messages that take you to the payment gateway and just get you converted. Also, the payment gateway can now be opened up within the web view, which allows you make the customer stay within WhatsApp. So we did this for Delhi Transport Corporation in India. Delhi is the capital, I hope you all know. And for Delhi Transport Corporation, all the buses that run in Delhi are powered. You can book a ticket for all those buses on WhatsApp. And that experience is end-to-end powered by AiSensy. Also, we worked with two large governments, state governments, and we empowered 500 plus services for these two state governments. One was the Andhra Pradesh government, and the other was the Odisha government, right? For these two governments, we have powered more than 500 services. We have bought all the services on WhatsApp because there were long waiting lines. You have to go to the department and then check something from the department. And now you can just WhatsApp it and you can get everything on WhatsApp. And then again, they use WhatsApp forms. They use all of these features on WhatsApp. Moving on further, what next, right? Obviously, ads. So what is click to WhatsApp ad? Any ad that is running on Facebook and Insta, it has a WhatsApp CTA now, right? And that can land on WhatsApp, right? I think that is pretty much clear. The ad still is run on Facebook and Instagram, and now that lands actually on WhatsApp. And then you have a whole WhatsApp native experience that can guide the customer. And we're building something called AI Ads Manager, and I'll show you what all AI features we have built into it. First, here's a video that I would like you to play. So pretty much simple, right? We have a very simple, ad platform that you can get started in like 5 minutes. You don't have to think too much. You don't have to think about ad campaign, this asset, that asset. So we've reduced the complexity of running an ad that is very complex on Facebook platforms or Google platforms and bringing it down to just 2 or 3 steps. So that is just a starting off journey where we are going to go. So we've seen you get 3 to 5x on the same budget because the lead is landing directly on WhatsApp. You get the phone number, you get the name instantly. Also, what Meta is launching something called a Marketing Lite API, which enables you to say that whatever people are coming on your website or are coming via click to WhatsApp ad, the delivery of those messages to those people will be very high. So if someone has landed on a website and you have a pixel out there, tomorrow, if you broadcast them a message, even if you get a number from somewhere else, and if you didn't have a number today, the message will actually go to them. So today, it's skeptical. It might or might not go because of frequency capping and limits by Meta of not spamming off users. But if the user is actually interested, they visited a website or have come via click to WhatsApp ads, which is very cheap, you get 100% delivery on those customers. And that is something Meta is launching, which makes it easier, efficient, and people for businesses to reach out on WhatsApp. And now then you have a landing experience where you can actually qualify your leads instantly. I'll show you the landing experience. So user clicks on your ad. They see a WhatsApp form-like interface. They land on WhatsApp. They see a WhatsApp form like this. And they fill up the form. And then you can furthermore, if you want to collect payments, you can collect payments via token amounts or some other small amounts of payments. It's very frequently done via WhatsApp. Also, you can twist this. And the next part I'm going to take you is better audience targeting with the power of AI. So think of it like this, that everyone who was filling up a form, if you get that data and then you want that, okay, I want more people who want to fill up this form. And we give you a 1% lookalike of that audience whom you can retarget to get more people like that, right? So that is something that we can do for you. And then, our ad manager will actually create a lookalike audience of all the people who have actually filled up that form. So there could be a large chatbot flow, and you could decide that, okay, this is the point of the flow where I want the people to reach, or this is the point of the flow where my lead is called qualified, and I want more people like this. And we can retarget the user for that. And also you can create an audience of all those users and a lookalike audience of all those users. Lookalike audience pretty much is simply saying that, okay, all the people of this category, Meta will find more people of this category, not these people, more people of this category and retarget them. So yeah, So this is an image that I would like to show you all. Now think of it in a much better fashion. Think of it like you did 5,000 messages with 5,000 customers, or you did 20,000 messages with 5,000 customers. AiSensy finds out who are the most engaging customers, gives you a list of those most engaging customers, also gives you a look-alike, again, 1% to 2% look-alike audience in Facebook of your most engaged customers. And then you target and add to those customers who are more likely to engage on WhatsApp. So that is number one. Then form fill-ups, then payment made, and then a lot of conversational ad targeting. So we have a lot of signals built in within the platform, like how many people actively engaged on our campaign for the last 3 months, right? If I give you a signal on saying, okay, these are the 25 customers you should actually retarget for an upsell. So that is something what we are building in, right? That, okay, these are customer sets that you have, and via data mapping, we tell you, okay, this is the right customer, don't message this customer, just message this customer. Create an audience, lookalike audience of this customer, and create a lookalike audience of this customer, and then you can just actually retarget them via Facebook ads, via Instagram ads, and furthermore coming Google ads and LinkedIn ads also. So it's more like saying that you capture the customer via, targeting them everywhere, every digital platform they are at. And we've seen pretty much higher conversion rates when you do such kind of targeting, right? And see this image, right? So you created an ad via the ad manager. This guy is called Sharan. He's one of the largest influencers of India in finance, and runs a company called 1% Club. Again, it got $10 million funding from Nitin Kamath, is the founder of Zerodha. Again, one of the largest companies of India. And if I see this funnel, there is an ad that is running. I can see the form, and the guy is also making a payment. But there is something that is actually missing. And that is conversational data going back to Meta, right? So how many of you know about the pixel? Have heard about what is the pixel? Facebook ads pixel? Okay. Facebook ads pixel help you to retarget the audience and get in more and more people of the same kind who are actually engaging on your ads, right? And helps you target and helps you scale your ads in a better fashion. Now, with WhatsApp, the problem is you cannot install a script. Where will you install a script? A pixel is installed on a website, right? So what was launched recently in October 11th, 2024 was something called purchase optimization and lead optimization via CAPI. So there's a conversions API that was launched specifically for WhatsApp users, where you can say that, okay, this is the point where I want the conversions API to trigger a lead intent or a lead event or a purchase event and send it back to Meta, which makes the ad scale faster and scale in the right direction. So think of it like this, that, okay, you gave Meta a pool of 10 million customers. Okay, this is the kind of customers I want to target. But from 10 million, there would be some who would actually want to pay, who would not want to pay. From these 10 million users that Meta is targeting, it might just start off an ad with 10,000 users, 20,000 users. But is it going in the right direction? Is it targeting the right customer is always a question. Unless and until you pump it back, the data points saying, okay, this was the customer, this was the customer, this was the customer who actually did something after coming on WhatsApp, the next 1,000 impressions, the next 10,000 impressions will be made in the right direction. And that actually will help your ads scale when you're doing click to WhatsApp ads. And that is embedded within the AiSensy platform. You can choose any point of the conversation and say, that this is the point I want more of my customers to come to, or these are the customers I want more. And you can mark a pixel, you can mark a conversions API tag out there and say, okay, this is done for you. And then you actually are able to scale your ads very seriously. We have seen a lot of real estate brands, a lot of fintech brands, a lot of edtech brands actually getting a lot of benefit via click to WhatsApp ads. They just get their conversions rate into half, and they get 2 to 3x conversions upfront at the same budget by just changing the funnel, right? So yeah, lead and purchase optimization by CAPI is now live, and you can optimize for more leads or you can optimize for more purchases as you wish. And what actually changes is the ROAS that you give. You initially used to get an ROI of 1.872. Now you can get an ROI of 5x, 6x, 7x via just changing the funnel. So you can create, run, and analyze ads as you saw in the video within AiSensy. But who's going to create them is another question. And again, we're solving something around creative creation, right? What we have seen is once you start running an ad and the targeting is sorted, so we created something for the targeting, we're going to give you the right audiences now. But once the targeting is sorted and you want to scale an ad, you have to grow an ad, you just have to give the user more and more creatives. And it's kind of an endless cycle. You have to do it endlessly. You have to create, because we all get bored. We all get bored by the same video. We all get bored by the same graphic. We said, okay, we have seen this. But if that same graphic, same videos put up from a different person, different case study, different perception, it actually leads to more conversions and also builds your brand in the longer run, okay, that you have the capability to actually show so many ads, so many good ads in a very short period of time. And when you have to scale to like 50 ad campaigns, 100 ad campaigns, you cannot just rely on a video editor or a graphic designer to actually sit and create 100 ad campaigns on day one. And that has definitely to be done by AI. So we're launching something called AI Creative Generator. What would take days would take minutes now. And help you actually generate ad creatives at scale. So we're launching something called AI Creative Generator for ads, for WhatsApps, and you just need to enter a prompt and get your creatives, right? It is built as a mix of multiple tools around AI, and this is the kind of creativity generated in one go. This was before the ChatGPT 4.0 launch, actually, and now with the 4.0 launch, we'll once get the API, the text will get sorted. You can see the heading text is right, but the subheading text is messing up a bit. But initially, when AI was, 1 year back, you would never get this kind of creative or this kind of people, right? And these all creatives that you see are actually all created by AI. There is no human involved. It's just, via our ad creative generator. If you see this, these are two creatives again. They're the new restaurant in Dubai. So yeah, and these creatives also, if you see, are all again generated in a single short prompt by our AI image generator, right? How many of you wish to experience this? Cool, let's go for it, right? I want to switch this back. Hello, yeah. So I would want someone to come up. Yeah, please, come in. What's the name of your brand? Can someone give a mic? Yeah.
Alpha Podcast Studio. It's
Alpha
ALP, okay.
Podcast Studio, right?
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for now, I'll enter a test number. Yeah. Create an ad for a brand called Alpha Podcast Studio, promoting the studio and amazing quality podcast for founders and CXOs. I hope the prompt is good. This is something you might.
Fair enough.
Let's just check it out. I'm also randomly trying something. So yeah, we'll take some time, like 30 seconds or 40 seconds, I hope, and we'll get this sorted. Let's see what it does, right? Cool. I think this is the creative that it has just generated. And we've generated two creatives. And this is the creative that you get in one single shot, right? And you can just edit this, by saying, okay, I want to change the name, I want to upload the logo, or I want to upload something else, and you can just get this edited. If I show you the full graphic, this is more like the graphic that you get in one go, right? And you can just keep iterating this graphic more and more. How do you feel about this graphic?
It's good. There are like spelling errors.
Yeah, definitely. So we're working on the spelling errors. So on a single shot, you'll get some spelling errors, and the next time you just do it in the actual creator, you can just mark that area, and you can just change the spelling. And you can say, okay, I want a better spelling, or I want this written, I want that written. Also, you can upload your assets. So the next problem that we're solving here is you can actually upload your assets, your logos, and say, okay, I want something around this, and you can get that. Anyone else who would like to try this? Anyone else? Yeah, please. Yeah, your good brand name?
AIMS Healthcare.
Spelling?
AIMS. AIMS Healthcare.
Healthcare.
Yeah.
What would you like to promote?
IV drip.
Huh?
IV drip services.
Which services?
IV drip.
IV grip services.
V.
I-
IV.
Okay, IV services.
Drip.
Drip.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can mark this. Let's see what it does for a healthcare brand. Okay, so this is something that it has generated.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the graphic? Relevant?
Relevant, yeah.
Relevant?
Yeah.
Thanks. Great. Anyone else
Okay,
would like to
great.
try
Thank
this?
you.
Yeah, please. So this is not just ChatGPT actually. This is a mix of a lot of internal engineering that we have done and just to get this right. And now we are integrating more to get the text right in one go. Yeah, your brand name?
Hi, the Pixel Power. We are a advertising and marketing agency.
You're a?
Advertising and marketing agency.
Okay. Promote the advertising. Online, offline?
Online, digital, primarily. Can you try and focus on highlighting AI solutions?
Sure.
The Pixel Power.
Sure, I'll do that. Anything else you would like to add?
Nope, that's good.
Cool. Show businesses are happy using their AI and marketing solutions. So I made it a bit more customized. So this is just two graphics. I just generated just in 20, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. But imagine the work actually goes when you hire a graphic designer, right? Today, what our graphic designer actually does is only replace the logos, make some adjustments, and just make it live. And that is how we actually use, our graphic. So for all the event creators and everything, a lot of AI was used, right? And we just got, 30, 40 AI creatives live in just, in no time. So this is something it has got. Yeah, we trust Pixel Power for our AI marketing solutions, and this is a different version of it, right? And I can even create 2 more graphics for you. It is automatically generating a CTA button so that the ad becomes more relevant. It is automatically getting the right text in the CTA so that you get a relevant ad.
Have you been able to fix the text in further iterations?
Yes. So once you edit this, you can mark the area where the text is not edited, and you can say, okay, I want this kind of text here.
I know, because the thing is with, for example, we also have ChatGPT Pro and all. So I've used that a lot, also DALL-E. But they keep messing up text.
Yes.
That's been a consistent problem
what we are fixing.
even now.
Also, what we realized was the 4O graphics for marketing are not there yet. The kind of context that we have stored here, that is much, much, much higher than what because there are multiple tools that we use in the back end, right, and a lot of engineering effort from our insights, right. So you can see something like this, right. So it slightly messes up the graphic, the text definitely, but it will give you something that your person would take some time to create in general. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think the text representation is better than ChatGPT.
Thanks. Anyone else?
Good.
Anyone else? Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Okay. We'll take just 2 more, yeah. The brand name is?
Hi, my name is Raja, and I'm from Avenue 80. It is a TikTok live streaming industry. We promote live streaming through TikTok. Basically, I don't want to eat anybody's job, but we are promoting to quit 9 to 5 and start online, earn from your home. So this is the whole idea of what we are doing. Just give me a poster for TikTok live streaming.
What is the brand name?
Avenue 80.
Avenue HD?
80.
Okay. Cool. So let's try this one. Also, we have a QR on the outside, or you can go to the link called demo.aisensy.org, and you can try this on your own for your brands. So demo.aisensy.org is the link. You can just go to this link, and you can actually try this out on your own for your own brands, and you can generate a lot of graphics. Yeah. Something like this, right? Cool, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much simple, but yeah. Cool. I think we'll move to the next one so
Yeah,
that
thank
we're
you.
short of time. Yeah, cool. So I have something else also to show you. Let's move ahead. Hello. So yeah, now we've sorted out the graphics, we've sorted out the targeting. In the next 1 month, you'll see a lot of more upgrades coming up in this. If we are here in just 2 months of work, I think in the next 1 month we'll be much more ahead. I'll show you something. This is how it actually looks, but the more advanced version is now out, not in the video, but yeah. You can choose the sizes also what you want, different sizes. You can choose the magic prompt to be on off. And yeah, so this is something we just did, right? Next is, once you drop the lead on a click to WhatsApp ad and you get the lead done, right? Sorry. You have to actually nurture them, right? And you need a chatbot builder, and you have to build chatbots, you have to build agents, you have to build carousel card messages, and that's how you nurture them. And here I want to show you our another AI tool that we have built in-house, where we want to generate something more. Because something that you already have in a kind of mind, you always wanted to generate this, always wanted to build this, but think, it takes a lot of time for you, and it's chatbots and it's flows. How many of you think building a chatbot is a 30 minutes work? 1 day's work, 2 days work, 3 days work, at least. So what we have seen is we have built so many chatbots. I've been building chatbots for 8 years now. It takes a lot of time and effort. And you have to think a lot because there are a lot of loopholes sometimes that you have to think of, after what text or after what block I actually want to, add a tag. After what block I want to actually add an attribute. After what block, which kind of message should go. And then you have to knit all of it in one go, and then you have to just test it again and again and just, get it done and get it live in the market. But what if we could get it live in just no time, right? And hence we're launching something called AI Flow Generator. Today you might have seen a lot of chatbots in the market. But what about an AI chatbot being generated by AI itself, right? And that is something that we are working on. And you just need to drag and drop, get a bot ready. I'll show you something. So we have a video here again. So you just need to enter a prompt, and you get a chatbot for generated. Cool. How many of you wish to experience this? Pretty much nice. So let's do it again. I would want the access to this. Okay, I'll just refresh it once. The internet has to be pretty much fast, but let's see. Anyone who would like this to get generated, a chatbot generated for yourself, for your brand? Yeah, please. I'll just ask it to generate a flow with AI. What's the brand name?
Hi, Manzil Asset Management again.
Hi. Yeah, name?
My name is Arnab. The company name is Manzil Asset Management.
Okay, again. Manzil Asset Management. I'll just enter a random contact number and create a chatbot flow for a real estate brand promoting 2-3 flats and also collecting information the customer to qualify leads. Cool. So this takes slightly a minute or so as of now, and we can see some magic after that. The good part, I'll tell you what we have figured out here is, see, the problem today with generative AI is actually not knowing what it will say to the customer. It can say anything to the customer, right? And today, a lot of businesses come to us and say, okay, the generative AI platform is good, but I want a lower cost because I don't want everything to be a generation for just basic messages. If you know a basic rule of chatbot, the rule of chatbot say 80% customers ask the same queries, the same 20% queries, or you can just reverse it also, right? And that is a basic conversational AI rule. And you can see it is creating a chatbot on its own. This is a flow being created live in front of you. This is all via AI. We have just done it for smaller flows as of now, but we can just optimize it for larger flows also. This is to cut short the time in this demo. Cool. So this is a smaller flow. What it did was, it added some elements. Like, you can see this element here, right? Welcome to the dream homes reality, ready to build a perfect flat, 2 BHK flat, 3 BHK flat, inquire now. And then it added some images. You can add your images, you can edit your images here, and you can see amenities, book a visit, back to start, right? And then I can just go here and see that, okay, it has added a lot of more things here. May I have your name to personalize the experience, right? And I can actually see that. I'll just make it shorter. Yeah. Right, it has asked the name also. It has already added the features of name collection, already added a lot of tags here, so that you can actually see that it has optimized the flow very seamlessly. And I can go and, and also it has set an attribute here, you can see. So this is an attribute where it says status lead qualified, right? And I can just arrange this fine and it looks like a pretty much decent chatbot, right? And so that is how, this is working. This is the starting position and that is how it flows through, right? And this is a smaller chatbot, a smaller version, but you can create much more larger chatbots, and you can also have a lot of more, smaller tools. Like think of this more like tools, right? And then we are adding a lot of AI in it. Every block will have an AI thing, and you can just add an AI keyword here, and also you can have these blocks added on your own. So these are the blocks that we have. You can add any block. You can add a meta conversions API block, connect flow block, ask location, ask media, ask attack, connect some integrations, do some API request, get some data, send some data. All of it can actually be done. But the beauty of it is you don't have to do anything on your own. A lot of customers just come to us and say, okay, how do I do this? What do I add? What do I not add? What we're adding here is that at every node, every nodal point like this node, you can just go here, enter a prompt, and tell us what it needs to add exactly at that node, and it'll add the best version of that with the text, with the graphics, and you can just dump all your graphics at one place, and it'll get that done. The next thing that we're adding here is something. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So the next thing that we're adding, so the first thing that gives you is predictability, right? You now know the answer to most of the questions, and every block will have an AI keyword kind of thing where you can that will actually go to that block. So that is number one, right? Next is predictability in terms of what is going to be the message that is going to the customer. The third thing what we're actually adding up, and I'd like to show you the second thing that we're adding up in this, is to generate this flow, you don't even need to type anything now. I will let to switch here. You can now enter your URL and just get a chatbot done. This will be like by next week, where you can actually enter a URL and get the chatbot ready. And it'll create a flow-based chatbot, and if the flow is not able to answer, it'll go back to the file. If the file is not able to answer, it'll go back to the customer or the customer support team. So that, and then you can use multiple flows as tools. So every flow can talk to another flow to get something else done. So there could be an order tracking flow, there could be a refund flow, return flow, there could be a FAQ chatbot, and all of these can talk to each other and actually get stuff done. And that is where we are moving to as a company. And AI in marketing, I think, is something that is very lucrative to us. And I think that will help you build a lot more experiments. Because today, what we have noticed is everyone is kind of stuck on building 2 or 3 or 5, 7 flows, and it takes a lot of time. Right now, what can you do rapidly is rapidly experiment on different flows, and we give you insights on where did the person drop off, where did the person go through, what all users went till which data point in the flow builder, and what kind of flows you can edit or what you cannot. We can give you personalized recommendations on what kind of flows you should actually be building, right? And then this all comes very automated. Tomorrow you'll just sign up on the platform. It will just give you your flows, your template messages, your campaigns, and you just need to say run, and it's all done, right? Cool. Also, then you can just change the responses, whatever it is fetching, obviously. But yeah. Now, next is once you get all of this data, what you actually should do is broadcast messages and retarget them, in a sincere fashion in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days to just get the interest right. Furthermore, we have multi-button messages and carousel card messages. So these multi-button messages have, a QR code, a copy offer code, a link, a quick reply, a contact us, and everything that you would need. And then you can connect them with, obviously, chat flows. And then I've already shown this. You can show them virtual property tours. You can share property updates. You can drive engagement. Yeah, and then convert them, definitely. So again, book appointments via WhatsApp form. I think I've mostly covered what was there, and that is what we can do via AiSensy very, very seamlessly, very, very generously with AI and with all the automations that we have built in, right? Thank you, everyone. Any questions? I would love to take them. Yeah, please.
First of all, that was amazing. Very well done. Congratulations to the team.
Thanks.
I wanted to ask, in your whole flow, do you have any voice agents as well? Let's say, for example, I start the conversation on a chat. Can I continue that as voice if I need to?
Yes. So we built a voice bot called Krishi.ai, so there is something in voice and tech chatbots also that we're doing is automatic language detection, ALD, right? You can type in any language, or you can send the recording in any language, and it will return the response in that language itself, right? And that is built native. I will definitely ask someone to show you a demo outside for Krishi.ai, and that's a farmer's chatbot, because India has a lot of, is a farming nation, and we have a lot of farmers who don't speak English or don't speak Hindi. They speak their native languages, and that is across the globe, right? So they can just ask weather updates, they can ask their crop updates in any language, and they can just get answers. And that is something that we have built along with a lot of more things being done around these use cases. Yeah.
That's amazing. So does that mean that it has a capability to also do language translation?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously. You can just ask that the same response in different language, or to just do that.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Anyone else? Next question.
A couple of years ago, all the social media and thing would bring it onto the website. This is bringing everything into WhatsApp. Is that what you're targeting, bringing everything into WhatsApp?
So see, we are not targeting anything. We are only moving with the end consumer's behavior. There was a time when end consumer's behavior was on email. Then there was a time when end consumer's behavior was on SMS. Today it's on WhatsApp. Tomorrow it could be on Telegram. Tomorrow it could be on Snapchat. You remember there was a time when everyone's attention span was on Facebook, not on Instagram? And then there came a time when it is on Instagram. And today there's a time when Gen Zs are on Snapchat, millennials are on Instagram, and Gen X is on Facebook. Do you know, these are the times that we live in, right? It's not about what we are trying to do. It's all about where is the end consumer's attention. And if there is significant attention on any platform, there will be a need of, consumer-side relationships in terms of purchase, in terms of, qualification, in terms of a lot of things. And we see that there is a lot of potential in chat. Because chat, when WhatsApp came in, it just, made a very significant change in the ecosystem. We all left our SMS and we just dropped that SMS chat and moved to WhatsApp. And today, WhatsApp is one of the largest chat apps, right? So it makes a lot of sense for us to build on that.
Are you comfortable sharing the commercial model, how this works, and as it is right now versus when AI is going to be embedded?
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
So we have a full plan that goes around $85, right, per month. Right, that gives you, so $85 to $100, that gives you this chatbot builder also, right? You can build this chatbot, you can do it very natively. Now, so Meta doesn't charge anything for these messages, the responses, but we charge somewhere around, I think, $30 for 5,000 messages, or 5 to 6,000 messages, as far as I remember. The pricing is not shared on the website, it's very internal because we are launching this stuff in beta as of now. But I think we are a company who works at scale. We have onboarded 100,000 merchants on the WhatsApp Business API. And that won't be, we would have around 35 to 40K direct paying customers and 25K customers via our partners, right? And these are all paying customers. To operate at that scale, we won't want to make this a very harsh on the user. So if you're using the self-serve platform, it's a very nominal price to pay. If you want our team to help you and support with consultation, and then that has an extra price and everything. But if you're doing everything on your own, I think it's very nominal, hardly $80 to $100 per month, and you get everything.
What about the ad spend, though? Is there a margin on that?
So there is no as such margin on that. We give you whatever price we get from Facebook, and we help you get the better results. Yeah.
Last question. You're using Meta Llama as a model here. Is that right?
Not just Llama, actually, but Llama is a very native part in some of our tools. Not in the ad generator, I would say, but actually in the template message generator, we use a lot of Llama. Since we have partnered with Meta, so it makes a natural choice for us also. But we use whatever is best for us. We are not limited to Llama. We use a GPT 4.0 and 4.5 at a lot of places, and then a lot of more things internally developed. So yeah.
And I'm assuming the customer has the ability to choose which model it needs to feed into.
Yeah, we are building that now. now. Currently, so we thought that, okay, there are so many models, why not just offer the best model internally, rather than, customers keep playing around with models and paying a higher price. It's better to give you repetition on the best model. So we keep adding layers to the models that we feel are right. Some models do really good coding. Some models don't actually do those stuff. So we're building a lot of things actually, right? So we're using different things for different models for different tools.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Perfect. Love the chatbot. So now, based on the different chats, can we optimize the chatbot? Maybe you are seeing that 50, 60 conversations happen. Then based on those conversations, can you optimize this chatbot again?
Yeah, definitely. So you can change the chatbot anytime you want. You feel, okay, this is conversation not going right. The drop off at this point are too much. I want to change this message. You can definitely do that.
So that manually we have to do it, or any way?
So currently it is manual. See, there are two phases in AI, what I believe in, right? Today we lie in the co-pilot phase. We're not in the pilot phase, right? Even if you try Lovable, Bolt, or any of these tools, you'll find that these are not actually, production worthy as of now. It'll go off in security or something else. But in 1 year's time, I feel we are going to a pilot phase. Today, it's a very co-pilot phase. Co-pilot means that, okay, you're doing something and it'll help you out with that thing. And today, that we are there yet. And once we are in the pilot phase, I believe we'll be building a lot of more pilot tools where it can give you multiple functions to say, okay, keep optimizing it.
Perfect. And one more thing, do we have the conversational style in the chatbot?
Yes, that is something that we're building. So as you saw in the template message generator, we had a poetic, funny, exciting. Same in the chatbot, you can have a poetic, funny, exciting, cheerful, all of those styles are coming up.
Perfect.
So thanks, that's a very amazing feedback also. Anyone else? Cool, I think we'll move ahead. We have 2 more sessions out here, and I would love to have the next conversation. Preeti will be announcing it. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks, yeah.